Okay, I don't think that I did a video just on my Model 686. I think I have a shooting video and maybe one for the shoulder holster. But I figured if I have one, why not buy another one? Oops, something's missing. That's right. This is a 4-inch model. Once again, doing this with my iPad. And no bullets means no fun. Boy, that feels heavy. I haven't picked this up. I bought, well, here's the story. No bullets, no fun. Actually, the bullets are in my pocket. And that's 2.5 inch. I was looking for a 3-inch or a 2.5 inch 357 Magnum snub nose. And I live in Lower Bucks County, Pennsylvania. And there's a gun shop I haven't been to. My wife and I haven't been to in 20 years. Not because it's really far away, but for some reason we haven't been there in 20 years. We used to live in Valley Forge. And we were whizzing around Miata. So I get some more light on this. No. We were whizzing around the Miata on Saturday, and we came to a, what do you want to call one of those roads? A highway that cuts through the rural areas to take you to the next rural part of the area, but has businesses on it. In this case, York Road in Warwick Township. And my wife just casually said, "Oh, look, Tanner's Gun Shop. I haven't been there in 20 years. And I said, "What?" And I slammed the brakes on, made a U-turn, pulled in, had a little bit of a line to get in. And the guy at the door was like a speakeasy. He said, "What are you looking for?" And I said, "I don't know, snub nose 357 Magnum revolver." And he said, "I don't think we have those." Wait, let me go check. And nice guy. And he came back a minute later and said, "Well, I only work here a couple days a week, but just wait in line. You can come right in a few minutes." The woo flu and all that, as if waiting outside is going to make things any better. So I go in there dressed like Jesse James and with Yvonne, and they pulled out exactly what I was looking for. A 2.5 inch 686 plus 357 Smith & Wesson Magnum revolver, and we saw that it was empty. And nice. The timing's perfect. Click. Boom. And it's like that on all 7 cylinders because I'm insane, and I did check that in the store, and customers heard a revolver clicking 14 times because I had to check it twice. Once in double action and once using the hammer to pull back in single action. Welcome to Frank's world. That's how life goes. So I haven't shot this yet. The range closed early yesterday. Bought this on Saturday. Today's Monday. I'm not like Hickok 45. I don't pre-record these and then release them 4 months later so that you see snow in July. And so today's Monday. The range opens tomorrow. And there's the gun. And there's my hand. There are my age spots. I do some hand cream. I'm getting elderly. But yeah, this fits in my jacket pocket. And I have this, if I can pull it around, this Paul Harold jacket. Once September, the end of September, rolls around, I wear a lightweight jacket all the time. This will go on until May. And it is very lightweight, the material. I don't wear winter coats anymore for some reason. I never really did. I just don't like them. They're annoying to me. And this will fit right in. Right down there. Close it up. And it's in there. That's not the way I've been carrying it. I've been carrying it with the muzzle pointed back. You know, the way the SWAT guys do. I don't think they do. Whatever. It's all twisted up on me. And, I mean, it's a revolver. What are you going to say? They screwed the side plate on nicely. Yeah, there it is. There aren't any scratches in it. They screwed the barrel on. Okay. There's a hair more. Let's get this in the light right. There it is. It looks like it's turned toward my thumbnail a little bit more than it is toward the web of my hand, the barrel. Will that make a difference? Don't see how. It's a snub-nosed revolver. And I'm not one of those people who think that you can't hit anything with a snub-nosed revolver past 6 inches. I know I can hit things. I sounded like Al Pacino in Sense of Woman. I've been places. I've seen things. I know I can hit 25 yards. But is this going to be a critical issue? And if you look at Smith & Wesson on YouTube, since you're looking at YouTube, and you look at Smith & Wesson barrel cant or whatever, there are people who have a really bad case of it. But supposedly it's how they, now I'm holding the iPad with 2 hands. It's how it's designed to fit with a crush washer, which I don't know what that is. I must admit, I don't. And they torque it down, and wherever it lands, it's supposed to get pretty close to, being right. This one's perfect. Let's see if I can get it closer to the camera. Smidge of metal. Smidge of metal. Right where the upper barrel lug contacts the frame. Where the frame and the barrel come together. I've seen some really bad ones on YouTube. But, I mean, if this is a 0.5 millimeter difference, it's still a brick. It's shorter. I'm talking about this portion right here. That little smidge of metal on the frame. And that's that. I don't really think it matters, because when a 357 Magnum round is heading towards someone, it just shatters everything in its path. And so it's like firing an RPG. Not. Now I'm getting silly. Interestingly, this red stuff, this clay-looking material, was and still is in some areas you can't see it. Yeah, you can see a little bit of it around the firing pin. There's a whole bunch of it in there, and it was hard to remove. There's a little bit of a film right there. So I go onto the interwebs, look it up. Some people said just instantly, rust, exclamation point. And other people said polishing rouge, by which I guess they mean a polishing compound. And who knows? Oh yeah, the cylinder gap's nice too. It's 5/1000ths of an inch. There's no end shake, and that holds true for the 4-inch model. Actually, it's 4 1/8. It locks up tight. There's no movement, even with the trigger forward. There's no movement with the trigger back. And the 4-inch 686 is about 2 3/4. Oh, I didn't bring my reduced my power rib mainspring down. I was going to show that. I bought a Wolf reduced power, but that's up to you how much power reduction there is, because there's a strain screw, and if you're not familiar with Smith & Wesson revolvers, there's a strain screw, it's called, underneath here, that presses up against the mainspring. And if you tighten it up all the way on this, it's 2 3/4 pounds. This trigger feels identical, so I haven't measured it. I've pulled enough triggers that I know identical, and this is identical. But I'm OCD enough that when I go to bed tonight and I go upstairs and I have my Lyman digital trigger gauge, I will take it out and check it. But the reduced power spring, mainspring, the hammer spring, spring that runs from the back of the hammer. There's a stirrup on it, connects to there, goes into the frame down here. And there's a screw that pushes this way to tension that spring. You need a longer screw, strain screw, with the Wolf power, or the reduced power spring, because otherwise it reduces the power to about 6 pounds. That rib moves away from the screw, so you can't tension it enough. And I really don't need it at all. And but maybe I'll get a longer screw one of these days and try it out. But in any case, the grips, I have Bantam grips on order, and that would cut about this much off. Would actually slope this way, so that there'd still be a little bit of a pinky extension here. And that's that. I'll take it to the range and I'll shoot it, and I'll let you know what I think. I'm sure I'll be waiting. Take care.